This is Rostra, the St. Theodore Guerin Junior Classical League podcast, where we bring the lessons of classical study into the light for the benefit of all.
Welcome back to Rostra. This is an exciting episode for, I would say for three reasons. One, we've got Saran Wagner back with us. If you've listened to Rostra, been a fan of Rostra, you know Saran's been a guest on here multiple times. Two, the topic itself, which we'll let Saran introduce that. And three, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we've really kind of had a two-part topic. You addressed something once before, you wanted to come back and expand that with a part two. So what are you talking about this time, and then we'll connect it to what you talked about before.
So I'm talking about Greek engineering technology, that's the part two of my last episode, which was Roman engineering and technology.
There it is. So Roman engineering technology before, now we're talking about the Greek stuff. I highly encourage folks to go back and listen to that other episode because, again, we won't dwell on this one as much. We talked about it last time. A lot of people just don't think about the ancient world and technology. They go, oh, hey, internet and 3D printers and, we're sending reusable rockets into space now, and that's what we mean by technology, when the ancients didn't have that. Well, they may not have had those things, but they certainly had a lot, way more than a lot of people realize. And today you want to talk about the Greek side of that. So talk to us.
So basically the Greeks, they have a lot of inventions that people often don't think about. They have plumbing, a crane, catapults, ballistas, alarm clocks, cannons, odometers, water mills, fire hoses, a vending machine, central heating, which I found very surprising. Okay,
I'm going to stop you on one thing there. Alarm clocks?
Apparently.
What do you know about alarm? Now, I will say your expertise and awareness of the engineering and technology stuff is far beyond mine. That's just not my area. So I'm not familiar with this. What do you know what that involved?
I actually don't remember exactly. I mean, probably not electricity, because...
Right, certainly didn't have that, but they had some... Now, we do know, of course, they had the sundials and things of that nature.
Oh, it used pebbles to make noise at a certain time, I think...
Interesting.
Apparently Plato used it.
Is that right? I was not aware of that. Now, you rattled off a whole list there, and we can't go through probably all of those, but talk to us about a few of those, because some of those sound incredibly modern.
I think I just found a list. I think I didn't do it too in depth. I had other people I went in depth on. They also created the Parthenon, which is pretty architect.
Yeah, well, it's a wonder of architecture, and one of the things you mentioned in your list there was the crane and the ability to lift heavy items, obviously stone and so forth, into the air for the sake of construction. And I really think that's an important thing to bring out, with so many people thinking technology has to be electronic. Well, that's just not true.
No. The crane was pretty mechanical, so was the alarm clock.
Absolutely.
Everything they made was really mechanical.
Well, yeah, these are all mechanical, but we would consider them technology. And certainly, as you think about the crane, the use of mathematics and the use of physics to create a machine that was then able to help you do another task. So incredible stuff there. Now, you said something about some people?
I believe, there's someone, when I was researching, I found a guy named Archimedes. He was pretty famous Greek engineer. He invented a lot of stuff.
Yes.
There's the Archimedes screw, which I think is most famous.
Yeah.
It's basically, I think it was basically a device made of basically a screw-like mechanism designed to it rotated around like screw threads.
Yes.
It was designed to move water.
It was designed to move water. That's precisely what that was for.
He made the Archimedes claw, which is it was an ancient weapon allegedly designed by him to defend Syracuse's city walls. It was basically like a grappling hook and a crane. It submerged ships.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that, and I can't help but think of some of the technology and technological advances, certainly in the 20th century, that were used precisely for military purposes. Of course, a lot of people think about the atomic bomb, but you think about various firearms as well. And again, this goes back to the ancient world. Here you are talking about attacking a city, and so the technology being used in that way.
I think there's like a picture of it. Apparently, it's literally just like a hand. It just grabbed, like the thing, like that little, what's that like thing at the end of the ship?
Yeah, right.
It just like grabbed it and then just.
And again, it's interesting. I know we've talked about this in one of your classes. The taking of ordinary things and then doing something fantastic with that. We think about that in terms of fiction, but even in terms, again, of science and technology. You look at the human hand. It's great for grabbing stuff, right? It's great for picking stuff up. You're like, wow, what if I had a really big hand? I could pull down this guy's city wall. And then you develop something.
And take down a guy's ship.
You can take down a guy's ship, and then you design something based around that. So using the natural world to come into technology.
He also apparently made like a gigantic, is Archimedes heat ray. I think it's mainly alleged, but it was a huge heat ray that burns attacking ships with mirrors.
This has been discussed forever, and if I'm not mistaken, some and I don't know if it was a team of both historians and scientists or what, tried to recreate this, I think, some time ago. The idea that if you get really highly polished shields, metal shield, right, bronze shields, that you could direct the light of the sun, and just like you may have done, like with a magnifying glass, you can direct the heat, and so therefore it could be used as a heat ray or a death ray, right? It seems like a laser.
In theory, it sounds like it works.
In theory, it sounds like it could work. And again, if I'm not mistaken, some folks did some testing on that. What I don't remember was how successful they were.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I found it. Some people at MIT. I think I found it before. Some people at MIT did it. Apparently it's inconclusive.
And it's inconclusive. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
I think it would have been really cool. They just brought out a whole death ray.
Yeah, that would have been absolutely amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
I think this guy also had like a ton more, but it's going to take like the whole episode to go over like all the stuff this guy invented.
Well, and I think the point of our episodes is to intrigue people and to help people to realize things that they might then go out and research and dig into on their own. Certainly the name Archimedes, you had that list of objects. Actually, I'm going to want you to go back through that in just a moment. But yeah, you were getting ready to say something.
I was also going to go you talked about like intrigue about like I think also I found apparently there was the ancient Greeks were the one that invented what was basically the first computer.
Okay, yes. What was that all about?
It was like the Antikythera mechanism. It was called that. It was basically what it was mainly a model of the solar system.
Yeah.
And it was basically it was found off the coast of the island of Antikythera, around, which is how it got its name.
Right.
It was from about 84 BC, and it basically what it did is it was a model of the solar system that predicted the position of the sun along with eclipses, and it was used to like track time. And apparently these like little gears were found.
Unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable.
How they called it a gear.
Not only the conception of such a machine, but the execution of such a machine. Exactly to calculate the position of the planets and movements of stars and to predict seasons and to predict when certain not just Olympic games, but there were a variety of other religious-based games that they had. This is extraordinary and really the world's first computer. If you would, go back over that list so that people can hear and perhaps dig in a little bit deeper on their own.
So they developed the catapult, the ballista, plumbing, a crane, showers, alarm clocks, cannons, odometers, water mills, fire hoses, vending machines, and central heating. I think think there's like more than that, but that's about the list.
Well, and that's absolutely fabulous. I am glad you read back through that because you had said, when you said it the first time, I really thought you said watermelons. And now I hear you say watermills, and now I'm getting it entirely. I'm thinking, I don't think the Greeks invented watermelons.
No, I think they've been around.
They've been around. Saran, thank you so much. And I think that is absolutely fabulous stuff that really can pique people's curiosity about the ancient world.
Thank you for listening to Rostra. You may check out all our episodes on Spotify and follow us on social media at GuerinJCL. That's at GuerinJCL.